Is anybody buying electric cars?
Yeah, the short answer is they are, but it's a small number. It's roughly 2 million vehicles worldwide, a little bit less than half in China, where there's a lot of mandates to buy them, and about 300,000 here in the U.S. The growth has been great, 50% growth year over year in terms of the EV market here in the States, but still a very small part of the market overall.
Yeah, I mean, is it growing? We all know it's small. I mean, when you start from zero, effectively, the numbers are going to go up and they're going to look, fairly sizable. Is the number tapering off any as well? I mean, are electric cars going to remain a tiny little niche of the overall car market for the next decade, or will they make a real impact?
They're going to make somewhat of an impact, and you should see 30 to 40% growth, but a lot of it's government mandates. The reason China is the biggest market is because they mandate the purchase of EVs in big urban areas that have so much congestion and pollution. California is the biggest market here in the States because of the same kind of regulation and support. So it's going to come down to governments pushing these vehicles through as much as it is consumer adoption.
Yeah, and that's the question. I mean, now you've got Jaguar coming in with their E-Pace. You've got Volvo coming out and saying, we're done with, gasoline combustion engines over the next couple of years. Do you, in your research that you guys at DataTrek do so well, do you see this massive ramp up coming, or will electric cars, to my previous point, kind of remain third cars for well-off people, to put it the only way I can?
Yeah, it is the big question. The bottom line on consumer adoption is going to be solving the range anxiety issue, getting these vehicles to 500 plus miles on a full charge, getting charging rates a lot faster. All of this stuff is still on the come. The way we think about it is EVs are a lot like smartphones and even broadband and other big technology moves that have happened in the past decade, where you needed better technology to spur more adoption, to then create more volume, to then bring costs down. So it is that big virtuous circle that we know so well in tech, but it's in a big consumer durable good where people tend to be risk averse.
Yeah, why do you think that people aren't talking about this basic fact, Nick, of anybody buying a product around Tesla? It's all about Musk and tweets and the Saudis and Model 3 production. Are they selling more cars?
Yeah, look, I mean, the bottom line is Tesla is definitely selling more cars this year than last year, but your point is spot on. What is the overall size of this market in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time? We all assume that we know what this curve looks like because we've seen smartphones for the past decade, but this is a different kind of product. It's a lot more expensive than a smartphone, and people rely on it to get to work. It's not a layup at all.